They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And if you're like my family and I, we absolutely love breakfast. We eat breakfast for dinner, breakfast for lunch, and breakfast for breakfast. Now, one of our places that we like to frequent is Delia's, and they make these amazing sausages and chorizo and breakfast sausages and links. You can find them in your Publix as well as in your Kroger stores, but you can also get these items for less amount of money at the actual restaurant. So I picked up the chorizo and the breakfast sausages, but this morning I am going to make a chorizo hash that is amazing. So the items that you're gonna need is some onions, about 4 potatoes, that's what I'm using for myself and Mr. B, and some garlic. I have 3 cloves of garlic here. Okay, so you rinse off your onions, make sure they're cleaned thoroughly, and you just slice them. You're gonna slice them across, and then you will go through and you're gonna dice them all. Now they need to be in small enough pieces so that your potatoes will cook evenly. Now once you have all your potatoes sliced, now we're gonna get the onions here. And you're gonna do the same thing, slice your onions. Don't use a whole onion. I always use maybe like 1/4 of an onion when I cook anything. I never use a whole onion, but you just slice it in about the same size pieces as your potatoes. And then lastly, we're gonna take our garlic cloves. I have 3 here. You're gonna smash them with our knife, and then we will dice them very finely. Now with this hash, if you wanted to add jalapenos, you could. You just add if you for more spiciness, you can add whatever you want to add. Now our chorizo has some fat in it, but I'm just gonna add a little bit of cooking oil at the bottom of the pan, just so that none of our meat will stick. And then I'm gonna add some margarine. I think it will probably be a little bit better if you add real butter, but since I don't have real butter, margarine will do. And that's about 2 teaspoons of the margarine. And we're just going to go ahead and add the potato, the onions, and the garlic. And we're just going to let everything cook on medium heat, and it'll all cook together. So we'll just stir all of our ingredients together just so that some of the oil can coat the vegetables, and because we want to avoid any sticking to the bottom of the pan. Now if you have a non-stick pan, you don't even have to worry about that, but I still would put some oil at the bottom. Now I'm just adding some seasonings. I have some paprika. I love paprika. I have paprika, my salt, some pepper, a little bit of red pepper flakes, and my Tony Chiteri Creole seasoning. That is my stuff. I use that stuff on everything. Now, once we have all of our seasonings added onto our potato mixture, we're just gonna stir everything up. Now make sure you put enough pepper on here. I like to see my pepper flakes on my food, but so you might add more or less pepper. And even though I put some red pepper flakes in here, it still isn't spicy because the meat, it has a little spiciness, but it's not overbearingly hot. So don't worry about if you put a lot of the red pepper flakes in here. So I put my top on because I want it to steam, and I let it steam for about 5 minutes. Now this is my chorizo. It is chicken chorizo, guys, and it smells so good. It's not even cooked yet. So how I do it, any of my meats that are in soft links like this, I just squeeze it out, and then I will get my spoon here and I will just chop it up, break it up, and then I will begin to start mixing it in with my potatoes. Now I would say my potatoes are probably about 85% done here, so it will all mix in and cook together. Now the great thing about this is that the chorizo releases its own fat as well as some of the seasonings that's in this meat, and so your potatoes are going to be so seasoned and good. Now what you will see is that the potatoes begin to change the color a little bit, and that is fine because that's from the meat as well as the paprika. So with our hash, what I'm going to have, we're going to have 2 fried eggs here, and you cook your eggs however you want to. Mr. B likes his eggs to be cooked hard, so that is what I'm doing, and I'm just going to try to flip this without breaking the yolk. Yes, I did it. And once again, we like to see our pepper flakes. Now this is some bread that I found at Kroger, and it is the private label bread. It's the sugar maple strudel bread. It is so good, and this is our breakfast. We have that amazing bread from Kroger. We have our egg, and we have our chicken chorizo, our Delilah's chicken chorizo. So guys, if you have a Publix or a Kroger near you and you don't like pork or beef chorizo, or you just don't eat pork or beef, this would be a great alternative, and you can still enjoy the flavors and the textures of the chorizo, but it is chicken. You will not miss the other ingredients. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. I just wanted to share with you guys what we were having for breakfast, and hopefully I gave you some inspiration on some things that you can bring to your family that may be different for breakfast also. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this video, but before I go, you know what I always say: the next time you're in town, you can always stop by Juani's house, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.